Hey Gemini, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning December the 14th through to the 20th. Now, massive week. It literally is the culmination of everything we've been through this year. We start the week with that powerful total solar eclipse and new moon in Sagittarius on the 14th, and we end the week with the great conjunction on solstice, all right? The great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. We literally are experiencing energy we haven't experienced for 20 years, for several hundred years, for 2,000 years, as we step into this new era of light, which is the age of Aquarius, and we're stepping away from the age of Pisces. Now, and you guys are leading the North Node, which is taking us through for the next 2 years. We're literally in between, we were in between ecliptical cycles as you were doing the handover with Cancers, and Sagittarius was doing the handover with Capricorns. It's been an interesting few months, and certainly many of us will have felt the energy rise to our awareness as those deeper subconscious knowings came to the surface as we wrap up this retrograde year. Massive week, and I'm calling it the walk through the light pillars. You would have seen many times in the readings I've either brought up the High Priestess or the Chariot card. Both very symbolic of intuition and experiencing a victory and experiencing an upgrade, if you like, or a celebration when it comes to our intuitive knowing, relationship with higher self. But on both of those cards, there is two pillars, okay? There is this reference point of both dark and light. Last week in the readings, I covered this concept of walking through the karmic crossroads. And here we are between 12-12 and 21-12, walking through the pillars of light, where we are not just acknowledging our shadow self and shadow work and our light self and light work, but we are merging them. And what happens when we bring that into union? Well, we birth a new energy. Perhaps that is the new energy that is experiencing once we bravely step through these light pillars, and that's what this week is all about. Downloading, upgrading, bringing us into our higher timelines, okay? Karmically dropping what no longer resonates, what aligns. We're walking out of soul classrooms that we have deeply integrated in many ways. And yes, some of us are going to be karmically re-looping, not as a form of punishment, but because we're wanting that deeper integration. Once you walk through these pillars, perhaps, my lovely Geminis, there's going to be a whole new perception and association around this energy of regret. The ways in which we look back on our timeline and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and we can actually, like you guys are going to be very familiar with this, can get stuck in our mind in the overthinking about how that timeline could have gone another way if this was said, if I had have done this, if this didn't happen, or whatever the case may be. And when we get stuck like that, we're very strong in our minds, yes, but we are also then a prisoner of our minds. We have forgotten that we are essentially a creative being thanks to our sacral chakra. And if I'm recreating based on that vibration, then I'm recreating that remorse, that regret, that stress, that strong focus on what could have been, not what is, which is what manifestation is all about. I declare, I invoke, I am creating. There's a new foundation here in which to be able to work with sacral chakra energy, and certainly with the relationships card directly underneath this, and you are experiencing a total solar eclipse and a new moon in Sagittarius, which is your 7th house, which is all about partnerships. There have been deep wisdoms and integrations this year in the realms of partnerships, my love. Walking through the pillars of love and acceptance, and accepting that all love that has ever crossed our path has shaped us to be exactly this version of ourselves. How many pillars have we ever had to walk through? How many levels of learning, graduation, wisdom integration, stepping through, risking again, saying yes to life and opportunity and love? There's been many times, and none of it was a waste, because it is in these intricately placed relationships within our timeline that we are continually seeing the mirror to self, to soul truth, to what our needs are in the moment, and that is ever changing as we grow and integrate wisdoms. And all of it is not messy, Gem. Perhaps it's the flower of life. And is the same symbolism and shaping and growth that you will see in any sentient being, any form of life. So let there be no regrets when you walk through the pillars of love and acceptance. And in this upgrade to your mind, okay, this is the third eye chakra. Look at this upgraded lilac version. I like to think of the lilacs, just the, what do you call it? Goodness, I've just lost the terminology for the color palette. Oh, you know when it's like a lighter version? You know what I mean? I've literally lost it. It's like a higher dimensional color. So there's this higher dimensional aspect to your third eye, to your perception, to the way in which you use your mind, okay? And it's creating this new foundation. That is what is birthed when you step through the light pillars this week. When you work with that solar eclipse energy in your 7th house, it resets and reshapes not just your sacral chakra, but your base chakra as well. There's a whole new way in which to experience relationships, thus experiencing self. Let's take a look at the tarot, my friend. Pastels is the word I was looking for. See how that's purple? I know that's purple too, but it's like a pastel version. I see pastels as far as the color world. Like there's colors that you just see that you don't even know how to describe. Like some of them have like a shimmer to it. Like there's a level of colors that have gold shimmers, silver shimmers, copper or bronze shimmers. And it's just like, I'm not an artist, but I could literally draw a color wheel if I had access to the colors that I see, but they don't exist. But the lighter shades to me represent higher dimensional colors for sure. We almost become transparent or translucent. Stepping through the pillars of acceptance and love. Birthing a whole new way. Birthing a whole new way to look at regret. Because this is primordial energy. Look at that base chakra. So too is this. This is igniting. This is the original spark of conception and creation. You are creating not just a whole new chapter, my friend, but perhaps a whole new book as well, because you've had a massive perception shift and upgrade, a mind upgrade this year as you have chosen to move towards peace and away from the chaos of staying in this space, okay, after a time of loss. And look at this, 6 and 5 is 11. Master 11, the master intuitive. And when we upgrade the intuition, it's all connected to perception, third eye, okay? And it is from our mind that we can create again, begin again, start again, launch new chapters. After a time perhaps, Jam, of not really wanting to, you knew this was soul time, you knew this work was about healing. Maybe there's been a bit of watching, research, whatever the case may be, communication that didn't happen but wanted to, sensing something had to come to a close. Wow, darling, look at this. 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 2 of Coins. 2, 2, 2. This was all about an upgrade to your intuition. You've got the 4 2s. That's ridiculous. Like literally, this is all, like this is happening in your 7th house. This is about duality. This is about walking through the 2 pillars, moving towards peace. Even when I write the number 11, 5 and 6 is 11, it's still 2 pillars. There is so much synchronicity and symbolism here. Like you must merge them both to create again. What is the third energy that is created when you do that shadow work and that light work? There is a whole new way to experience relationships without regret, so that we are no longer in denial about our false senses and perceptions around failure or fear of failure. We achieve a different kind of balance and harmony inside, okay? We're disconnecting from any influences of envy, perhaps, thanks to our courage and perseverance, by getting honest and raw and real with ourselves. Wowing. The 12th month, December, is relevant for you. Okay, and I'm even going to take you as far December and January and the 5th month next year, okay, or at least the next earth sign, which will be Capricorn. December and January is significant. All right, Gemini, that was your quick read for the week. Happy walking through those massive pillars. It's a powerful one. All right, I hope you got something out of that. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, I've actually temporarily suspended personal readings and distant healings, but I'll be reactivating them after the 21st because I too am working with the energies and doing my own different levels of healing. But what you will see is that I've launched the gift vouchers there. So whether you are gift shopping, Christmas shopping, or wanting to even just purchase that for yourself, so that you can still communicate with me via email and indicate what date you would like that on, but it won't be before the 21st of December. Alrighty, and I may or may not be having a bit of a break over Christmas. Well, I'll definitely be having those few days over Christmas, but I'm not quite sure about putting a pause on work into January. Just waiting for this 21st to happen, and I'll want to see how I feel after that. Alrighty, Gem. Hope you have an amazing week, my friend. Until next time, take care.